What's going on, you guys? Coach Carlos here. Just wanted to talk about the Man United game that just happened between Arsenal and Manchester United at Old Trafford here in 2018. It was a scrappy game, to say the least. Again, I'm still sick, so hopefully I get over it in the next couple of days, especially because I'm going to Lake Tahoe soon. But anyways, so to talk a few things about the game. First things first, it's frustrating. I'm frustrated with Mourinho. I'm frustrated with these tactics, just like the majority of us are. And I just want it to be over with already. I'm just tired of this torture. Every single time when we have the ball in the back line getting passed around just to, get reorganized and allow our midfield and forwards to, catch a breath and get themselves organized, I always get nervous. And Rojo's mistake today made me showed why I'm nervous during that. But I don't blame Rojo. In fact, I actually think he had a pretty damn good game. Him and Bailly both were killing it today, in my opinion, from what I could see a lot. And Rojo's and Bailly, they're gonna make mistakes. They haven't been playing in forever, and so that kind of again falls on Mourinho. When you don't play your players, and then you throw them out there against a team like this, who's playing in the way that who's in the form that they're in, and it's an Arsenal game, like you're gonna run into problems, man. That's just how it is. And that's why you want to always rotate your players. But yeah, so first things first, Mourinho just cannot coach attacking football. He just can't. It's not in him. His brain doesn't work that way. And that's why I was one of the people when the Glazers first brought him in. I was one of those people who was against it. I didn't really think that he fit the way that Manchester United plays, the way I fell in love with Manchester United because of how they played. Way back in 2000, a friend of mine caught me watching Pumas in Liga MX, which is in Mexico, and he said, no, you're watching the wrong football. Took me over to his house, put on a Manchester United game, or I think he had a tape of it or something like that. Yes, a tape. I am that old. And showed a game to me, and it was phenomenal. I absolutely fell in love, and I haven't looked back ever since. And I've been a Manchester United fan ever since, and I've been the San Jose Earthquake about the same time, actually. But anyways, so I fell in love with the club because of their attacking style of football. They weren't afraid to go at clubs. Doesn't matter where they were. They were always, this is how we're gonna play. We're gonna come at you. We're gonna score on you, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. That was how Manchester United played, and has always played in my history of watching the club. And that's how I want them to continue to play, because that's what wins them trophies. Now, the reason why I say that Mourinho can't play a attacking football style is because he proves it time and time again with the lineups that he puts forward. Like today, he's playing with Matic again. I don't understand if there's maybe a contractual thing saying that he can never ever take Matic out ever, unless he's injured. But it's frustrating, This is a guy who isn't playing well, who isn't providing chances, who loses the ball, who doesn't give the effort that a coach is always looking for. I just don't understand. Is it because when he's in the locker room and somebody wants to give Mourinho hell, he stands up and says, hey, don't talk to Mourinho that way? What does he do? What does Mourinho know about this guy that we don't? So it's just frustrating. The lineup was poor. The substitutions were not good, in my opinion. I didn't think that they were really well thought out. I've heard a lot of rumors already that a lot of fans are giving Pogba a lot of crap because he wasn't able to do a whole lot, and he played poor. Again, I heard one comment already on another channel that was basically, the person said that Pogba didn't give any effort, he didn't give any energy, and I think this is completely wrong. In fact, during the game, I saw him putting a pressure on everybody on the back four a lot, and he was organizing the pressure with give me a second, Rashford. He was given pointers. He's like, hey, Rashford, cover this one, and then he was like, oh, this one's now it's yours, and now I'm going to come over here. But whenever he put pressure on a player, the ball was transferred off, and that player was no longer his responsibility, he still went over to another player, and he was running there. He wasn't stopping or anything like that. I saw him track all the way back about 20 yards. He jumped up, got the ball with his foot and brought it down, and he got an interception, obviously. And so I don't get where this criticism is coming from. Were you watching the same game as me? I don't get it. So yeah, in the first half especially, it was a really scrappy game. There was a lot of fouls, as you guys probably already know. There was like 3 yellow cards for Man United. There was 2 for Arsenal. And it was just, they were really, really going at each other. They were fouling each other, pulling on each other, everything like that. I saw Fellaini do something dirty, which I don't like and appreciate. He pulled on homeboy's hair from Arsenal. I can't remember who it was right now. Sorry, I got fog brain today, guys. I apologize. I'm not going to be great with names right now. So yeah, there's a lot of crazy things that personally I'm not down for, but I get it. It's a rivalry kind of game, and you got to go out there and put your best foot forward, and sometimes your worst foot forward. I get it. I've been there, done that kind of. Yeah, the next thing I wanted to mention is that the goals had me laughing. I don't know about you guys, but I was laughing at some of these goals. It was totally, completely insane. Like the Rojo mistake goal. And then our Lingard goal, that was hilarious. So yeah, that had me laughing a lot. Yeah, and so to come back to full circle about Mourinho not being able to coach attacking football, there was no build-up. It was just hit the ball long, hopefully somebody controls it or chases it down and, cuts it inside or takes a shot or whatever. Like, that's not how you coach this stuff. That's not how we play. Like, it's just, why? I don't know. Right now I coach kids, and why can't I get 5 and 6 year olds myself? Why can't I get 5 and 6 year olds to play attacking football and build up a play and create chances inside the box? But yet Mourinho can't do that with Manchester United level players. And these guys, they're not all bad players. There's some that, like in our defense, that can go, but there's. You were talking about Mata, Pogba, Fred, Herrera, Pereira, Martial, Rashford, Lukaku. I still like Lukaku, but because he can put some in the back of the net, but he's not gonna you got to do all the work for this guy, and that's cool. That's if you put the ball at his feet and he's got enough space, put it away. But yeah, he's not the best. Sanchez too. I almost forgot Sanchez. To come back to Pogba really quick, they subbed him on with Fellaini and Lukaku, and it's just, I don't think it's fair to give the guy criticism when really you have nobody to pass it forward to who can control the ball. I mean, Lukaku can't control the ball. Earlier over the weekend, we saw that he almost broke his damn ankle because he can't control the ball. So cut Pogba some slack. He's trying to make things happen. He's not always going to put his play out of 10. And nobody can. He's not a robot. He's a human being. So just give him some slack. Some positive things that I wanted to mention was about Bailey and Rojo. These two guys played really, really well for not being on the field in a while, and I think that we might actually have something there. With Lindelof too, if when he's not injured, we might actually have some pretty good center backs there, and I think that over time, if we keep giving them time on the pitch, I think they're gonna become a really good team of center backs. So when the game first started, Man United looked really, really strong. They seemed to be wanting to put their best foot forward. They wanted to go and attack. They wanted to go and score. They looked hungry. They looked like they wanted to win. They just didn't look like they were told how to do that. When you're a coach or a manager, you need to show your players, you need to give them confidence first of all. And then second of all, you need to show them how to do that because they're younger than you. They're looking to you to give them that confidence, to give them that baseline of I would say give them that foundation. They're looking for you to give them that foundation to do what is necessary to go out there and score goals and win games. So for those who are going to be coming at me and saying, "Oh, what would you, Coach Carlos? What would you do? You wouldn't do any better." Blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I would do any better. I don't think I'm qualified at all to coach Manchester United. Not even slightly close. I got a long ways to go. I got a lot more to learn. I got a lot more to study. I got a lot more to prove. But I do have some experience. So here's what I would do. I'd have Delo, Bay, Lindelof, and then Shaw on the left-hand side. Then in front of them, I would play Fred. And the reason why I would play Fred is because Fred is somebody who can hit the long ball right to somebody's feet and get them on their right foot first, or started on the right foot, I should say. Now, Fred is somebody who has been described as a box-to-box midfielder, which is great. That's exactly the kind of player that we are in need of, and that would help build this team into an attacking football style team. And then along with him in the 4-3-3, but playing slightly up in front of him, would be Lingard on the right-hand side and Pogba on the left-hand side. And then the top three of the 4-3-3 formation, I would have Rashford on the right-hand side, Sanchez in the center as the striker, and then on the left-hand side, of course, Martial. Now, the reason why I would do these sort of things is because Shaw and Martial have shown that they have a good chemistry going, and that Shaw can get forward, whipping crosses and stuff like that. But Martial can cut inside with the ball at his feet and take players on and totally humiliate them, but also provide a chance for himself if somebody can't pass him the ball into a positive position already. But not only that, but on that left-hand side, with Pogba slightly there in the middle, Martial could play balls off of him, play a 1-2 and get past defenders that way and stuff like that. Pogba and Martial's chemistry, from what I've seen, we've seen bits and pieces of it when we do attack, and it's phenomenal. They could if they were allowed to just do what they do and go forward, those two together would totally tear defenses apart, and everybody would be afraid of them, including Manchester City. And then, as you all probably already know, Lingard and Rashford are like buddy-buddy, and they really like each other a lot. They get along. You're seeing, riding golf carts together and, doing dances together, playing FIFA and all that fun stuff. Cool, love it. And I think because of given their talents and their abilities and everything like that, I think that them playing on the right-hand side would be the exact same thing that Pogba and Martial have on the left-hand side, where Rashford and Lingard could link up. They could use that chemistry and their, I would say telekinetic understanding of each other to kind of create chances and spaces for each other, because both of them are fast, both of them are good at the ball on their feet, including being under pressure. Rashford can do exactly what Martial does on the left-hand side. Rashford can do that on the right-hand side. And I think that that would be a very positive thing, and would, again, petrify defenses, because they wouldn't know, with Martial on the left-hand side linking up with Pogba and Shaw, and then Rashford and Lingard on the right-hand side just tearing them apart. They wouldn't know where the ball is going to come from. And then in the meantime, if, for example, the ball's on the left-hand side, Martial and Pogba on the left-hand side link things up. If they need to cross it, all of a sudden, here comes Sanchez, here comes Rashford, and here comes Lingard doing what they do best, first touch in the back of the net, stuff like that. And then vice versa for the other side, Lingard and Rashford bringing it to the edge of the box, whip it in, let Pogba knock it in with his head, or let Rashford get it at his feet and knock it in there. And it's just, there would be so many positive things about that, in my opinion, and getting forward would be so much fun. So that's enough about me ranting and raving about, today's game and what I would do as a coach if I was in Mourinho's position. Now, if you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, if you disagree with me, go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you agree with me, please leave a comment down below. And then make sure you kick that like button and subscribe to stay in the game. See you guys later.